The obstetrician who delivers you was flown in from a top hospital in Boston. He signed non-disclosure agreements that bind him for life. He will never speak publicly about this night, not even to his own wife. Your first cry echoes in a room that very few people outside your immediate family will ever be allowed to enter. Your father is the junior senator from a powerful northeastern political family, already being quietly positioned as a future presidential contender. Your grandfather was a two-term president whose face still appears on history textbooks. A network of donors, operatives, and institutions that still quietly shapes policy decades later. The bloodline has produced senators, governors, cabinet secretaries, ambassadors, and one man who sat behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office for 8 consequential years. You did not choose any of this. But from the moment you draw your first breath, you are not merely a child. The property includes a full tennis court, an indoor-outdoor pool complex with a pool house, a basement movie theater that seats 20, and a wood-paneled study lined floor-to-ceiling with framed photographs. Your grandfather shaking hands with Nelson Mandela. Drivers, housekeepers, groundskeepers, all of whom have been thoroughly vetted. This is not considered extravagant for your family. It's simply Tuesday. You have a nanny who speaks perfect Mandarin because your mother insists that early language exposure builds cognitive flexibility. Another nanny handles nighttime duties so you are never left alone for even a single hour in your earliest years. To help shape how you speak and carry yourself in public, by the time you are 8, you can already deliver a short, "Your father is rarely home in the ordinary way other fathers are." When Congress is in session or he is campaigning, weeks can pass with only phone calls. When he finally returns, the entire house shifts into a different gear. More Secret Service agents appear, secure phones ring at odd hours, advisors and strategists gather in the living room after dinner, speaking in low voices about polling numbers and swing districts. When he does sit down with you, his attention is absolute. He asks questions with the same precision he uses in SenateHearings.com, focused and missing nothing. At 9 years old, you already understand that your father's time and attention are among the most valuable resources in Washington. On the rare nights he gives that attention to you, you try quietly, intensely, to be worth it. Every caption describes you as the future of the family. You cannot read yet, but your nanny shows you the picture. Something complicated flickers across your young face. Not quite pride, not quite fear. At school, you attend one of the most exclusive private academies in the Washington area. Your security detail occupies its own small office near the principal's suite. Your teachers have all been background checked by the Secret Service. The social hierarchy is never spoken aloud. but everyone feels it in subtle ways. Who waits for whom at the car line, whose parents sit closest to the stage at school events, whose birthday parties receive the most RSVPs. You sit at the very top of that invisible ladder, and you did nothing to earn the position. You will spend the rest of your life trying to figure out what that unearned place actually requires of you. You are 11 when your father launches his first serious presidential campaign. Pollsters, media consultants, fundraisers, and policy advisors flow through at all hours. You watch your father change before your eyes. You learn early that the version of your father the country sees is carefully scripted and stage managed. The version you see at 10 p.m. when he slips into your room exhausted, tie loosened, and eyes tired, is something far more human and far more fragile. You are sent to boarding school in New England at 14. The official reason is academic excellence, but everyone understands the deeper purpose. A tech conference in Silicon Valley or a summit in Geneva. Your security detail rents a house 2 blocks from campus. Within a week, every student knows exactly who you are. Those few become the friends you keep closest for the rest of your life. You study harder than almost anyone expects, not because you need to prove you are intelligent, but because you have watched your father and grandfather prepare with almost obsessive discipline. You have no other model for what serious effort looks like. You call home every Sunday evening. The conversations are short and structured. Your father asks detailed questions about your classes, your teachers, your observations of the people and institutions around you. He is gathering data. There is one conversation you have rehearsed silently in your head since you were 13, but have never dared to have with your father. What he gave up to become the man he is. Senators and cabinet-level officials speak directly to you. Americans and billions more around the world. The air in those rooms feels thicker than ordinary air. Everyone present understands exactly why you are there. You still do not know whether you truly want it. You are simultaneously the most watched, the most prepared, and in many ways the least free person in every room you enter. And somewhere in the quietest part of you, the part that still remembers your father standing alone on the terrace late one night, looking out over the glittering lights of Washington like a man staring at a question he can no longer take back. You are still trying to discover who you actually are when no cameras are rolling and no one is watching.